everyone, we're going to discuss about
protection of human rights against discrimination and violence. Human rights, we're humans and we have rights.
we all have human rights just by being born.
That's right, human rights are real as freedom, safety, and people themselves. There are grand rules for how we should treat one another, with dignity,
Respect
equality.
and fairness.
We already know that human rights are the basic rights possessed by every human being.
And we also witness how these basic rights are being violated.
Human rights protections is ultimately the most important thing an individual should get.
It is reliant on the development and progress of a community.
But how can we access these rights? Where can we find evidence that the basic rights are being stripped of every individual's freedom and that it violates their rights?
And how can these rights protect every human from discrimination and violence? Article 14, the Prohibition of Discrimination, says that the enjoyment of the rights and freedom set forth in the Philippine Convention on Human Rights
And human rights act shall be secured without discrimination on any ground such as sex, race, color,
language, religion, political, or other opinion,
national or social origin, association with the national minority, property, birth, or other status.
In total, Article 14 centers on one thing. It is based on the core principle that all of us, no matter who we are,
enjoy the same human rights and should have equal access to them. In our country, the Philippines' human rights are protected by the Constitution to make sure that persons in the Philippines are able to live peacefully and with dignity, safe from the abuse of any individual's institutions, including the state.
the 1987 Constitution of Article 3, Section 1 says that no person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor shall any person be denied the equal protection of laws.
It goes without saying that human rights protections and understanding are ultimate most reliant on development and mechanisms at the national level. The laws, policies, procedures, and mechanisms in place at national level are key for the peace and equality of human rights in each country.
The importance of human rights is increasingly being acknowledged through wider instruments offering such protection. This should be seen as a victory not only for human rights activists but for people in general.
It is, therefore, crucial that human rights are part of the national constitutional and legal systems, that justice professionals are trained about applying human rights standards, and that human rights violations are condemned and sanctioned.